All right, welcome back. Still here in Super Screen TV, Sport Mattaz and Francisca and Joel right still in the studio. Yesterday was fun for a lot of teams. The big ones lost at home, but it was mesmerizing to see one of the very greats making it wonderful, putting smiles on people's face. We're starting from Paris Saint-Germain, where Lionel Messi scored his debut goal. Siska, so many expectations. Somebody in the studio didn't want to let me rest this afternoon. He was telling me he was even thinking Messi was playing for Arsenal, but he now said Messi, PSG, good, very good. But the beauty part of it all is that he scored a unique goal, his trademark.
Yes, that's his trademark, and a lot of people were happy yesterday because everybody it's a goal that everybody have been looking forward to, especially when Cristiano Ronaldo have been scoring. You know, the arguments will continue to linger. So for the fact that he has done A's now to some sort of level, everything is
down.
Exactly. But however the case is, for me, not even Messi that happens to be the man of the match for me. I feel it was just their keeper who did not allow the goals in. Talking about Donnarumma, he was all over the place for PSG yesterday. But then again, City, it's quite unfortunate. They played everything they know how to play. For me, based on stats and the likes, both possessions, I think they've got everything. But you know, football, it's all about results.
Exactly.
You could play everything. If you don't score goals, then there's nothing you're playing for. So it's quite disappointing.
2-0. Manchester City did all the playing, and PSG got the victory. But there's something that really caught my fancy. There's this theory between Kylian Mbappe, Messi, Neymar. Is it right for the team right now, considering the fact that they have what it takes to go very far in the Champions League?
Well, let me start with 2-0. Yes, they did very well. It was revenge business for PSG. Because there's no way they can afford to lose that game. No. They came all out and all that. I mean, the onslaught of those three guys is something else. And Messi scoring a trademark goal. I was expecting nothing less than a win. You know, they did very well, but there's a second leg, and I'm very sure City will not, sleep and let it slide. But I'm very sure they're going to pull, probably win and go get a draw in England.
The Neymar, Messi, Kylian Mbappe, Tozo, is it very healthy for the team?
Yes, it is.
Very healthy, think so?
Very, very healthy. But to me, if they don't win the Champions League, with all they have, if they don't win the Champions League, I mean, they don't have any excuse.
Okay, Francisca, let me take you straight to Porto. Salah, Firmino, double brace, but quite humiliating that they defeated Porto 5-1 at home.
What's humiliating?
Yes, it is. It is.
Well,
considering the fact that Porto is a former champion.
Exactly, absolutely. But then again, you can't just write off the facts that Jurgen Klopp's men has always justified the reason why they are playing. And we saw that happened with Salah, who happens to be the second African player to have scored highest goal in the UEFA Champions League. So as we speak now, he's ahead of Samuel Eto'o, who's got 30. But the Drogba is still the highest amongst them. So I think he's going to score more goals. It's just early days for the UEFA Champions League. For him to get the brace is a good one, and that makes them sit comfortably on top of their group. 5-1, I think for me it's just huge. And I have to commend Jurgen Klopp.
For you, Mo Salah, he just scored his 100 goal, and he has so many records which I'm going to reel out here, and it's quite mouth-watering that an African is achieving this. There's this sudden comparison between Mo Salah and what's his name now? Fernando Torres.
I wonder where that is coming from.
I
Okay.
don't know.
No, shouldn't compare some people.
Good. Okay, let's quickly look at the record of Mo Salah, because he's a key player for Liverpool. Most goals in one season, 32. Most Premier League goals as a winger, 100. As a winger. Most opening match day scored in consecutively 5 times. Most player of the month in one season, 3. Most scored against in one season, 18. Most games scored in one season, 24. And fewest minutes to reach 50 goals. 5,333 minutes. I think Mo Salah is becoming a phenomenon you must reckon with.
Yeah, Mo Salah is going to the ranks of world-class players, which he is. Because he was in England, he proved to be a good player. The highest scorer in the league. I remember he has his boots in the museum. The first player that has his boots that got 30 goals in the league in the British Museum. No other person. And I'm so happy he's an African.
And people will pay to go and see.
Yeah, they'll pay to go and see.
Correct. You see marketing? You can imagine if we take Shegodogami jersey and hang it in one museum. Big shed.
Who will buy it?
Who will come and look?
I will go.
After you, else.
Don't worry.
Even you yourself, you are not sure you will go.
I'll go.
The way you answered.
I'll go.
I'm happy for Mo Salah, and I'm very sure he has a lot of goals to score.
Yes, he does.
He's just comfortable in Liverpool, just doing his thing, and we have other good players around him to, make him everything work for him and all that. I'm so happy for him. He has a lot to prove.
All right, Francisca, the Rossoneri, they lost at home. We saw that game, and there was a talking point where the player did touch the referee. They know all this, but they go on behaving like children. They lost 2-1, and we saw the outburst of the actor himself. I'm talking about Zlatan.
Well, it's quite sad for AC Milan. We didn't see this coming. They had a great game. I was surprised when eventually Atletico Madrid was able to equalize and also defeat them by 2-1. And remember, they just came to some sort of level. I will not blame them as well, because they just came into the Champions League since like 2012. That was the last time they played the Champions League. So you want to say that experience have counts for Atletico Madrid. And Diego Simeone and his guys can be so worried as to games like this. So for me, good game, good result for them. They fought hard and they got it, but so disappointing for AC Milan, because I really wished, with the level of what they played, I wished they took it last night, but then it's football.
That's football. More games today. We'll go on this quick break. We'll come back. We'll look at the game between the stunner Sheriff defeating Real Madrid, and we'll take a review of Barcelona, Benfica, Juventus, Chelsea, when we'll come back from this break.